Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If there's one thing we're absolutely obsessed with doing here, it's solving real user problems. Everyday tech frustrations, we want them gone. Today, we're pulling straight from an awesome step-by-step troubleshooting guide by AI App Mentor, a source totally dedicated to helping you learn apps the smart way. And we're tackling a super specific, incredibly annoying issue, the Cash App payment failure. We're going to break down the exact steps to get this fixed fast, using that clear, structured approach you've come to expect from us.
We've all been there, right? You're standing at the register, or maybe you're just trying to split a dinner bill with a friend. You hit send, and instead of that nice, satisfying confirmation chime, bam, you're hit with those dreaded words on your screen, payment failed. It kind of induces instant panic. It feels like a massive inconvenience right in that moment. But hey, I want to validate that feeling and reassure you right off the bat, this is actually an incredibly common problem across the US. You are definitely not alone, and no, your money hasn't just vanished into some digital black hole.
So, is your Cash App payment failing again? If you're nodding your head right now, seriously, take a deep breath. It's okay. We are going to slay this little tech dragon right here, right now. By the end of this explainer, you'll have the exact, straightforward steps to fix this issue fast, getting you right back to your day without missing a beat. Like I said, we're all about targeted, efficient problem solving here.
Okay, let's jump straight into section 1, the payment failed problem.
Before we start throwing solutions at the wall, it's really crucial to contextualize what's actually happening. You gotta understand what you're fighting, right? So let's reframe the situation. A payment failure isn't some catastrophic financial disaster. It's literally just a temporary, easily fixable app glitch. The source material points out that this usually happens because of tiny, everyday issues. We're talking basic stuff here: your account balance, a spotty internet connection, or just minor app errors. When you look at it that way, it goes from being this huge crisis to just a minor hurdle that we can totally jump over together.
Moving right along to section 2, quick fixes for balance and internet. All right, let's dive into this first set of solutions. Often the most frustrating tech problems actually have the absolute simplest fixes. And our whole mission here is to solve user problems by starting with the lowest hanging fruit. Step 1, open the app, check your balance, and add funds. I know, it sounds almost too simple, but the guide is super explicit about this. If your Cash App balance is low, the payment is gonna automatically fail. It's just a hard stop. So literally, the very first thing you've got to do is make sure you actually have enough cash in the account before you try sending it. Always verify the basics first.
Okay, our second quick fix is all about toggling your internet connection. You actively need to switch between Wi-Fi and mobile data. Why? Well, because a weak connection will literally drop your transaction mid-flight. The app just can't communicate securely with the servers, and boom, you get that annoying payment failure. So if you're stuck on some spotty public Wi-Fi network, switch over to your cellular data. Or if your cellular data is weak, go hunt down a strong Wi-Fi signal. It's crazy, but this one simple toggle solves a massive percentage of these failures, for sure.
Let's turn to section 3, bypassing bank security blocks.
Let's look at how this builds into slightly bigger issues outside of your immediate app environment. Let's say you've checked your balance, your internet is flawlessly fast, but the app is still failing. That brings us to an external factor. You've got to ask yourself, did your bank actually block you? This is step 3 from our troubleshooting guide. You need to look at your linked bank account or your linked debit card, because what happens behind the scenes is that sometimes your actual bank, not Cash App itself, but the bank backing your funding source, will proactively block the transaction. They might spot a transfer they don't recognize and put a hard stop on the whole shebang just to protect you. When that happens, we've got an immediate workaround with 2 clear options. First, try using an alternative card. If you have another debit card linked, or if you can link one real quick, try switching your funding source. If that's a no-go or it still fails, your next move is to directly contact your bank. Literally, just get them on the phone and tell them to clear the security hold on your Cash App transactions. Once they lift that block on their end, your payment is going to sail right through.
Next up is section 4, squashing app bugs and glitches. So how do we pivot from those external banking issues to tackling the underlying technical hygiene of the app itself? Well, this is where we get into a little bit of basic IT troubleshooting. I'm going to rapidly rattle off these 3 quick IT fixes because honestly, they are absolutely crucial for any app user to know. First up, update Cash App to the latest version. The source points out that older versions are notorious for having known bugs that specifically trigger payment issues. Second, restart your phone. And third, clear the app cache. Just doing a quick phone reboot or clearing out that temporary cache data is easily the fastest way to squash those stubborn little temporary glitches that gum up the app's internal processes. It's basically like giving the app a fresh, clean slate to work from. And that brings us to Section 5. A little bonus for you, the large transfer trap.
Sometimes it's actually the app's own internal security that triggers the failure, which brings us to a super vital bonus tip. You've got to be careful with large amounts. The guide specifically warns us to avoid suddenly sending massive chunks of money. Think about it. If you usually just send $20 here and there for lunch, and then suddenly you try to transfer thousands of dollars in one go, yeah, Cash App's internal algorithms are almost certainly going to flag that as suspicious activity. They might just block it entirely for your own security. So, if you do need to move a large sum, just be aware that you might run into this specific bit of security friction.
And honestly, just like that, by systematically working your way through those checks, your balance, your connection, your bank, app updates, and transfer sizes, your problem should be totally fixed. The payment failure is officially resolved. I really want to give a massive shout out to the source material for today's explainer, the AI App Mentor Guide. Their whole philosophy of helping you learn apps the smart way aligns perfectly with our goal to directly solve user problems effectively.
So your Cash App is fixed, and now you've got the exact toolkit you need to handle this glitch if it ever dares to pop up again. But you know us, our mission to demystify everyday technology literally never stops. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. What app problem should we solve next? Keep seeking out those solutions, keep mastering your digital tools, and I absolutely cannot wait to decode the next tech challenge right here with you.